everyone, this is Robyn Rowen, your Big I Minnesota lobbyist with the first video update of the 2024 legislative session. This is the second year of the biennium, meaning it is a bonding year and a policy year rather than a budget year. It is also an election year. So what does this mean in terms of what you can expect from the legislature this year? First, the entire Minnesota House of Representatives is on the ballot in November. And since the DFL only holds a 6-seat majority, control of the House is once again at stake. While the full Senate isn't on the ballot until 2026, there could be an open seat in a suburban swing district if a current DFL senator is successful in her bid to win Dean Phillips' congressional seat. And since the DFL has only a 1-seat majority, a special election for this single seat will determine which party controls the Senate. So the stakes are high for what happens this session. If you are a House DFLer who has to defend a seat in a more conservative district, you would likely prefer to get bonding done so you can fund local projects in your district and get out of Dodge. If you are a legislator with a safe seat in Minneapolis or St. Paul, however, you may be more interested in continuing the progressive agenda from last session. To complicate matters, the Senate has a new majority leader who comes from the more progressive wing of the party, and it's not clear yet how her leadership will impact negotiations with the House and Governor Walz, or more importantly, the dynamics on the Senate floor. Last session, not a single DFLer broke ranks to vote with the Republicans. Will that be any different in 2024? Whether the legislature will have any money to spend is also an open question. The forecast in November showed a modest surplus with potential structural deficit in the out years due to all the ongoing spending passed into law last year. We will know more when the updated forecast is released this week. Lastly, the state office building, where state representatives office and hold committee hearings, is undergoing a $500 million renovation. Construction has already begun, and legislators need to be out of their offices as soon as possible. So while it may be difficult to predict the direction of the session so early in the game, I feel very safe in making one prediction, that it's unlikely the legislature will adjourn early, because basically it's never happened before. If sports betting were legal, which I hope it will be this session, I would take the over. So far this biennium, there have been over 4,200 bills introduced in the House of Representatives alone, with 3 calendar months yet to go in the session. And since returning to St. Paul a mere 2 weeks ago, legislators have introduced 878 bills already, which is setting 2024 up to be the most active biennium in history in terms of bill introductions. By comparison, 10 years ago, there were only 3,396 bill introductions, a number that was almost eclipsed in the first year of this biennium. Legislators have introduced bills on a wide variety of topics, ranging from establishing term limits for legislators and making childcare more affordable, to naming the winged maple leaf as the official state mussel. Now that I say that out loud, I'm starting to wonder if Wild fans might have an issue with the state mussel being named after the Leafs. But back on topic, the Big I Minnesota is advocating for a number of proposals that will help you and your clients thrive in an evolving insurance marketplace. These include our proposal for curbing storm chasers rebating and referral practices, and a bill adding tree trimmers and restoration companies to the price gouging law that we passed last year, both of which are aimed at reducing the very high storm-related claim costs that are contributing to the current hard market. We are also looking to support a bill eliminating the need to get 3 admitted market insurance company denials before referring a case to a surplus lines broker, a DOC proposal that will eliminate confusion over the coordination of benefits for loss assessments made by a condo or townhome association. We are looking at legislation to require minimum insurance limits for cannabis licensees, and possibly an innovative approach towards insuring bars and restaurants that serve THC seltzers in addition to liquor. We are also joining forces with other agent groups to authorize CE credit for joining a professional agents association like the Big I. On the defensive side, we will be opposing a bill that makes significant and problematic changes to Minnesota's contributory fault and joint liability laws. This bill, which is supported by the plaintiffs' bar, will increase liability exposure and premiums for Minnesota businesses. Also on the defensive side, we are expecting another bill to be introduced that will require agents to offer a low-cost auto policy with reduced minimum limits. And lastly, we will continue to defend against attempts to move Minnesota towards a single-payer health insurance system. We will keep you informed as these bills, excluding the state muscle bill probably, move through the committee process and as other relevant bills are introduced. Stay tuned as we may need your help in getting our message out to legislators. In the meantime, thanks for watching and see you next time.